You're going to be checking me out live on 95.9 FM KSUN Radio here in Wichita, Kansas. Don't forget, you can always tweet the program by tweeting yours truly. That's at DrewDuncan83. You can also check out the official fan page, The Full Court Press, on Facebook. You can also check out the website, thefullcourtpress.wix.com/The Full Court Press. As I said, I'm your guys' host, Andrew Duncan. Nice to put an ugly mug with the voice finally. I am here with an unbelievable, I cannot believe we're getting ready to talk to this guy right now. I got to tell you, I've interviewed a lot of guys, Howard Schnellenberger, Coach Troy Morrill. I can honestly say at this moment, I am truly starstruck to meet one of the greatest MMA influencers, one of the greatest MMA technicians, one of the greatest MMAs in all time. He's in the UFC Hall of Fame. He's got one of the best professional fight records of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, I have with you Royce Gracie. Royce, just want to say thank you. I appreciate you taking the time out to talk with us. Man, it is a great honor to be here.
My pleasure.
All right, so everybody's been talking about it, obviously. It's a let's just address the elephant in the room. Ken Shamrock, the fight the other night, he alleges, we know what he thinks. He says that it was disgraceful what happened. What is Royce's take on the situation?
I beat him before, and I just beat him again. Simple as that, man. He made excuses on the past, and now he's making again.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this, okay? There was a lot of, particularly when he was in the WWF, now the WWE, there was a lot of people saying that he was a little too aggressive to be in the WWE, that UFC was where he belonged because of that. You're saying that he's making excuses and becoming a complainer. A guy like Ken Shamrock, where do you think where he would have benefited the most? Do you think he belonged in the UFC? Do you think maybe he should have stuck to professional wrestling? How do you see a guy like that?
Well, he's fighting for Bellator now. But I think I just ended his career. I think he belongs at home now.
You think he belongs at, so you don't think you'll ever see Ken Shamrock again after the fight? Because he said, I don't want to go out like this. Do you think he was heading towards retirement? Or do you think this is going to amp up and he's going to want to see you one more time before he leaves?
Man, he got schooled. He got schooled, man. I managed the distance. He didn't have to stand a chance. He couldn't even throw a punch. I didn't even give him a chance.
Do you think that was part of Ken Shamrock's when it comes to his tactic style, the things that he wanted to do tactically? Ken Shamrock has been known as a guy to not really be too aggressive and not really jump in there. Do you think that worked towards your advantage, the fact that he's more kind of a back-off type fighter and wait for you to engage, and the fact that he doesn't engage, you think that helped you out in the fight?
It's a strategy game. When he fought Kimbo, he shot straight in. He came in and went right at Kimbo, took him down a couple times. You see, but with me, I frustrated him. I didn't give him the distance to throw a punch, throw a kick. And when he flinched, I shot, got in a clinch. After a couple knees, took him down, punch him out.
All right, now let me ask you this. You've been doing this for such a long period of time. I mean, you're basically the innovator in essence of jiu-jitsu and how Gracie works. What is it like, all the different transitions and things that you've seen in the business to the MMA the way it is now with Bellator and UFC and all those things? Do you think the way that the sport is it going in a good direction, or do you think you like it maybe before when it was a little bit more underground?
It's good. It's good because it became regulated all over the world. Everybody used the same rules. So I see some people sometimes complain about the rules, but the rules are even for both fighters. Some people complain about the time limit. It's even about the weight division. They're even for both fighters. So yeah, it's good. On the beginning, it was done that way with no rules, no time limit, no weight division, no gloves, to find out which style is the best style out there, which style of martial art. So since we proved that the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu is the best, now it's a question of who's the best athlete, who have the best strategy.
Is that what you like the most about it, is the tactician, the strategy, the mind game that comes along with the physicality of it?
Oh, it's all strategy. A lot of people, they want to see two guys just stand there and bleed out and duke it out. but the champions, that they are the champions because they know how to use strategy.
Okay. Now, when it comes to strategy, you look at somebody like a Ronda Rousey, somebody who's used the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu philosophy in nearly all of her fights. It wasn't able to work for her in her last fight against Holly Holm, where Holly Holm physically dominated her with her fist. Do you think that somebody like a Rousey needs to work on her stand-up game, or do you think she needs to stay true to the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu philosophy and make that work for her?
She had a bad strategy in the last fight. That's what happened. There's nothing to do with Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Look at Liam McGee. He's the champion for Bellator. And he's used a lot of Jiu-Jitsu. He finishes everybody in the triangle.
So let me ask you this. When we're talking about Gracie Jiu-Jitsu and the philosophies that it all entails, the things, the disciplinary tactics and all that it teaches, do you think that Gracie Jiu-Jitsu goes beyond the mat and into life as well?
Of course. It's like I tell the guys, my black belt, to be a black belt under me, you can't smoke, can't drink. You see, we tell the guys, you serve as example for the kids. So I can't have one of my black belts getting drunk, smoke, doing drugs, and so yes, it goes beyond the mat. It's not just fighting. It's not just knowing how to teach or knowing how to execute the moves, but serve as example how to eat proper.
Okay. And before we get out of here and take up any more of your precious time, if there was one thing that you wanted people to know about Royce Gracie, what would that one thing be?
My father did not build fighters. He built instructors. We fight to prove that our style is the best.
Excellent. Very good, man. I really appreciate you taking the time out to come and talk with us today, man. You're a true living legend, too. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. You have a great day, all right?
Royce, I have two questions for you. One, what the heck did you say to Shamrock that changed his tune on after the fight? Because he was all pissed off, and then you got in his ear, you said something, and all of a sudden he changed. He was all of a sudden, oh, well, I want to thank Gracie for the fight, blah, blah, blah. What the heck did you say to him? Did you threaten to break his leg or something? Because you Gracies are vindictive when you get ticked off.
I think I told his corner, and I told him I did not knee on the nuts. I did not cheat. Don't tell people that I'm cheating, because if the referee didn't stop the fight, it's not my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. I did not fill your cup. It was a clean knee. I know and you know. And that's when he's like, oh no, I'm sorry. He started to apologize right away.
And one more question. Me and my training partners we're going to watch the fight. They told me that they didn't want to live in a world where Royce Gracie loses to Ken Shamrock. Thank you for making sure we don't live in that world, Royce. I appreciate it, sir.
No, that was my pleasure. We'll keep them around a little longer.
That's right. Because, like I said, I don't want to live in a world where Royce Gracie loses to Ken Shamrock. So thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you, Royce.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.